Okay. Hello. This is my first video on how to make a t-shirt using screen printing. This is what a screen looks like when I first get it. But this one's been used many times for many different designs. First of all, you have to coat it with emulsion. So right here I've already poured emulsion into my what's called a scoop coater, and now I'm going to apply the emulsion and put my screen in here so that it won't move, and grab with both hands. And there's a sharp side and a dull side. I use the dull side. I put the emulsion up against the screen or the scoop coater, and I push up. So when I get to the top, I kind of scoop off the excess, and I do two sides or two times on the shirt side of the screen, and one time on the ink side of the screen. So three times I'll run the emulsion across it. And that is the first step in creating a screen for screen printing t-shirts. Alright, well, we've let our screens with the emulsion set on overnight. It's dry. We're ready to burn a screen now. So I'm going to go ahead and put this right here. This is where I burn my screen at. I got a UV light right there. Then I've created this transparency. And when I put that on here, what's going to happen is everything that's covered by the transparency is not going to get exposed to the UV light. So I put a really heavy piece of glass over the top of it so the light can get through. And then I just turn on my my UV light, and it takes about 1.5 minutes to do it. I'm going to go ahead and plug that in, start my timer, and in about 1.5 minutes I'll show you how to wash this thing out. Okay, so we've waited 1.5 minutes now, and I can take all this off of here and get the glass off. Take that off, and if you look at it right now, it doesn't look like anything's really changed to that screen, but we're going to go ahead and wash this out now, and you'll see how that works. So I'm coming in here to my sink in my laundry room here, and I've got a hose hooked up to it. I'm just going to go ahead and spray this a little bit. And you can see that we're just getting a little bit wet. We're starting to see our image in there now. And I'll wash both sides of it. Again, the emulsion that was covered with that transparency did not harden. Want to wash all that emulsion out of there so we can see our image, and as you can see, it's starting to take shape, and probably a little later I'm going to show you how to use it to print a shirt. Alright everybody, got the screen made. It's in the press right here. I've got a 4-color 4-station press. I've got some shirts on it, but there's our design in there, and now I'm going to go ahead and put a shirt on here. Gotta get lined up on it. This takes a little practice to where you can get to where you can feel where the shirt's lined up on here. And now I'm just going to go ahead and add some ink. I got ink. I get it in this big bucket right here, white, because we use a lot of white. And Northwood, we use a lot of red and black too, so I buy those by the gallon. Make sure you don't have any ink on your hands. I have a little bit of ink on my finger here. I don't want that to somehow get put on a shirt, so I got to make sure my hands are clean before I start printing.
How do you line it up?
Anyway, so you take the ink and spread it across there. It's called a flooding pass right there. And then I push it right across like this a few times, and you'll see that it transfers my image on there. I'm going to go ahead and run that into what's called a flash dryer here. That flash dryer is going to somewhat cure the shirt to about 300 degrees. I don't want it to be completely cured. But usually white takes more than one pass to do. As you can see, that first pass isn't real clear on there, or real opaque. So I'm going to go ahead and keep pressing here. I have my first shirt coming around that I did. Now here's one that's already been somewhat dried already because it was underneath that flash dryer. And now I'm going to put the final coat on it, and you'll be able to see that it's much more white and clear on there than it was before. I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of these. There's 4 of them on here. First, you can see this is a Northwood wrestling shirt we're making today. And here's the last one. The last step, as soon as I get done printing this last shirt, is to run it through a dryer here. And you see I got like a pizza oven dryer there, if you've been to Pizza Hut or whatever. I pull the shirt off and I run it through here, and this will fully cure the shirt to about 350 degrees. As soon as it gets out the other end, it will be completely cured and ready to box. And that is how you create a shirt using screen printing.